If you follow local SEO, you've probably seen Joy Hawkins' recent research where they showed that adding the predefined services to your Google business profile seems to have a positive impact on your rankings. I even made a video about it not too long ago, and I'll link to that down below. Well, it's always a good idea to test things for yourself in SEO, and so that's what I did, and I want to show you today the phenomenal results I got by adding the predefined services to my Google business profile. I just want to set the stage for you because the business I'm testing this on is the absolute perfect test environment for a test like this. Their website hasn't been updated in 6 years. It's got a single sentence of text on it. Basically, it's a nothing website. They haven't received a new review in over 6 years as well, so there's no new reviews coming in. The website's not getting any links. No additional changes have happened on their Google business profile. So the only thing that has happened in this test is I added the predefined services, nothing else. So this way we know that the test is perfectly clean, and any ranking impact that we see is specifically because of the predefined services and cannot be by anything else because nothing else happened. So to set up this test, I looked in Google's predefined services that they were suggesting for my business here, and here they are. You can see they're suggesting all these electrical specific terms. So it's suggesting that I add these services to my profile, but I didn't add them just yet. First, I wanted to establish some baseline rankings. So I set up a brand new rank tracking campaign in the Whitespark local rank tracker. It's the best! To establish baseline rankings. And here's what it looks like. So on March 9th, I set up the rank tracking, and we can see that for all of these terms that I added, there's quite a few of them here. I have a few rankings, like, nothing greater than position 41. So this business is already ranking in pretty low positions for a number of these terms from a number of zip codes. And I'm tracking rankings from a number of different zip codes. But basically you can see that there's nothing above position 40, pretty low rankings here. Then on March 13th, I went into my Google business profile and I added all of these predefined services. Now I kept checking rankings every day after the 13th. So on the 14th, there was no movement. On the 15th, there was no movement. And at this point, I'm starting to think, I don't know if this is gonna happen, because typically when you make changes to your Google business profile, you tend to see the impact of that within 24 hours. That's typical. So I was starting to get skeptical that this wasn't going to have any impact, but wait and see what happened on March 16th. Boom! Look at that. Just absolutely took off. Rankings really increased. We have a whole bunch of terms that jumped up into positions 4 to 6. Lots of keywords moving into position 7 to 10. Just really great movement across the board. You can even see it really nicely in the trend line here. So a lot of these keywords moved into really good positions. Very interesting to see that. And now we actually have a couple weeks worth of rank tracking data, and we can see that adding those predefined services really had a positive impact on rankings for those specific terms. But let's dig in a little deeper. Which terms am I actually improving rankings for, and which of the terms had really no impact at all? This is actually really easy to see in the local rank tracker. I can go to the bottom here and I could say, jump to page 5, and now it's gonna show me all the terms that I'm not ranking for really at all. So remodeling, yep, not ranking for that in any of the zip codes. General repairs, general construction, that actually makes sense. These are all terms that are like not really applicable to an electrician category. The one that is like disappointing that we didn't get it was electric car charger installation, but we didn't get any rankings for that one either. So which keywords did we rank really well for? So those are terms like electrical heat resistor changing, electrical parts assembly, electrical fuse changing. And the common theme that I'm seeing here is that these are the terms that are a little bit more long tail. Terms that there's not a lot of competition for. Most of the competitors probably don't have dedicated pages for these terms. And so there's a very interesting takeaway here, is that if these terms are valuable, general alarm installation, that's not a bad one. Look, I've got a position of ranking number 15 for that. If I added a dedicated page to my site for that term, I could probably rank pretty well for it. And I might make dedicated pages for all of these. And so there you have it. This to me is indisputable data that adding predefined services to your Google business profile will definitely have a positive impact on rankings for those terms. Maybe not all of them, but for many of them, and especially the terms that are a little bit more long-term. So That's the takeaway. Go to your Google business profile, look to see if there's any predefined services that you can add, and add them, because they definitely have an impact on rankings. They'll help you cast a wider net, rank for more terms. So go add those terms and rank better in 2 to 3 days. All right, see you next time.